Hello, all you beautiful people. How you guys doing? Ladies and gentlemen, Bleach, the final season, Thousand Year Blood War, just came out today. Episode 1. I watched it with my best friend Kigo. How you doing today, bro?
Yo, yo.
Yeah, we just finished watching it like literally a couple minutes ago, so we're just gonna do like a reaction and review. And I'm gonna say for me, the first thing I noticed is I think the animation is really good. I would say like I don't think this is some no cheapo product. I think like the animation is pretty top quality.
Well, animation's great. I guess from the artist side, definitely all the drawings are really on point, and it has
Mhm.
a very unique look to it. It's very different than what Bleach used to look like, and it doesn't
Yeah,
really look like a lot of the stuff that's
I
already.
noticed like in general things seem to be a lot darker, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot more I guess it's to match the vibe. I mean, it is Thousand Year Blood War art, as you were saying before.
Yeah, and I get maybe it could be the time of day too, because okay, so pretty much how this anime starts, right, is that we're inside, I guess, the lab in. Oh my goodness, I forget what his name is. Um,
Hirotsuchi.
yeah, Mayuri. We're inside his lab, and they're wondering like, oh, why there's so many hollows like being killed, and obviously it's the Quincy, and then we go to Karakura Town during nighttime. Um, but I think we do go back to Soul Society and it's day, right? Yeah, even when it's bright, there is some like a tiny bit of darkness to it. But I agree. Like, I think it works for the arc's like benefit because yeah, it is Thousand Year Blood War arc and everything like that. Yeah, no, it was great. Oh, yeah, funny thing too, because you were talking about this while we were watching the episode. So, because I remember this from the manga, because I've read the manga, I know everything about Thousand Year Blood War. Just so people know that. I liked how this episode kind of started. With two just rando Soul Reapers just going into Karakura Town, and they have this kind of like really cool dynamic.
Oh yes, yes. The two characters that I swear they could have their own little spin-off.
Yeah. I don't remember what their names were. One of them was named Shino. I know that because he kept saying it. Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really cool together. I like their dynamic. And then oh my goodness, when the girl was getting diced up by the hollows, like you just see her body just like lifeless as he like walks up the stairs there. Ooh, that hit.
Yeah, pain. I was like, man, I've seen these guys just for all of what, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I was like, dang. Ouch.
And then of course, Ichigo and the gang rip through, and it's really cool. Like the remix version of Number One is playing. I like the remix. I think I still like the original more. I don't know. How do you
I
feel about
think
it?
the new one is a good way to be like, oh man, here we are, we're back.
Yeah, it's
I
back,
don't
right?
think
Exactly.
yeah, it's not the all right, so this is the status quo. It's definitely just all right, we're back, guys.
Yeah. No, I think yeah, it's really good with that. That was funny. You said earlier that like, when Chad was doing his thing, right?
Oh, when he obliterated that apartment of people, like those people
Yeah.
are just gone now. Like he just killed like an apartment of people. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really cool action scene because it's obviously calling back to his fight with that random Afro Aron car where he did his attack and a skull mark appeared behind him. Yeah, we did that to a building, but people are actually in that building.
Yeah, you can see the people, like the lights are on. I think you can see people inside too, if I'm not wrong, and he just kills them all.
I
That
mean,
or they're really hurt.
yeah, maybe it was just impacted on the surface and they're just like really
Oh,
hurt.
those lights went out, bro. They
Yeah,
went
maybe
out.
the power just went
Their
out.
lights went out. You know what I'm saying?
True. Oh yeah, and then was it Uryu freaking being fancy and skating
Yeah,
like
wisdom form
yeah,
indeed.
yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 wisdom form. Makes sense that they're showing him off. This is the Quincy arc, so yeah, really
Yeah,
cool to
but
show him off.
it was cool. All that stuff was cool.
Mhm.
What he made was a little could have been better. They
Yeah.
could have given some more spice, but I mean, I guess that's really what she does.
Yeah. That's just more the nature of how she attacks and things like that. Um, I will say though, I'll say one issue, or like I don't know if I want to call it an issue, but something that I noticed that's a negative thing is there's 3D. There is 3D in this anime.
Uh,
Yeah.
3D. I'm not gonna lie. I saw 3D and I was like, I am death. I am death to us too far. I don't know, man. I just think that something up with anime right now. This is more of like a general opinion. Is that they're just too used. It's like they really want people who are good at drawing humans and animating humans, but like, bro, come on.
Yeah,
Where's
like
the...
okay, so when the hollows don't move, they're 2D, so that's cool. But as soon as the hollows start moving or like they're running, they'll switch to 3D almost immediately. Um,
Yeah.
and it's just
And
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I guess I can understand
Mhm,
that like they're not like, because I know something that they did in like the Super movie was that
mhm,
they did a lot of like corrections with 2D, because Akira
mhm.
Toriyama's style is very like, it's very it doesn't translate to 3D very well.
Right,
So
right,
like
right.
they would like trace over it and give it corrections based off of that. Um, but I mean, look, I guess what I'm trying to say is that they could have made it like, oh, they animate it in 3D and then they trace over it so they can get the best of both worlds. They get the easiness, so they don't have to think about it too much.
Right,
But
right, right.
as an audience, we get like, that crisp 2D that we all want to see.
My hope is that, because of the nature of this arc, we don't fight that many hollows. The hollow stuff is mostly here at the beginning. Um, it's the freaking Quincy arc, so we know we're mostly going to be fighting Quincy's, which are humans. So I hope that the 3D is used, like, if they're going to use it just for the hollows, I hope it's just for the hollows. And when we get into the actual, like, Quincy stuff, that none of the Quincy's, like, have 3D, you know?
I mean, I don't know how you would do that because the things that I don't know the arc as much as you do,
Right.
but I don't think you would need to use 3D on like human characters.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm just because there are some powers that are like, they would be big, right? Or they would create a creature.
Hmm.
Yeah, like that's just the nature of like a bunch of powers. So I don't know. I just hope they don't rely on that too much.
Well,
Um, uh,
I was gonna say we just have to wait and see on that one.
yeah, yeah, that's the reality. Is we have to wait and see. So the next thing that happens, is just kind of have a casual scene again. The two Soul Reapers are like waking up or whatever. And then we kind of get like that. What's the word? It's like what is it when they do something that like reminds you of something that happened in the past?
All back?
Yeah, a callback, right? Okay, so we get kind of a callback to the Arrancar arc with like the new threat shows up in Ichigo's room, and that happens now, where we get this Arrancar, quote unquote, but he actually has a Quincy bow. We have a little fight there. The part I like about that is kind of interspliced with Soul Society being invaded by these Quincy's. It's Yamamoto, right?
Yusai, man.
Genryusei, yeah, the Genryusei Yamamoto. There's a clear difference between those two. Because a certain somebody gets destroyed. But it pretty much his lieutenant, right? Yeah, he gets destroyed. I remember you had that reaction of just like, is he dead?
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, no, this arc, like, okay, for as much, I feel like, in general, I'm not the biggest fan of this arc. I think it's a decent arc, but it's not as good as, like, Soul Society or some certain parts of the Arrancar arc. But it is, I will say, when they say Thousand Year Blood War arc, the blood and war, definitely. Like, people die. And, they do not care.
Yeah, characters kind of like. I have a feeling that characters are gonna start getting like tossed around because how they do that lieutenant is, whew. And these new, just like the kind of out of no, the two, I guess, quote unquote throwaway Soul Reapers in the beginning.
Yeah.
How they get tossed around. Not
Right.
for long. Like I guess if it was a different studio, they probably would have shown them getting tossed or like murked. But no, I mean, as much as we saw, I mean, it's just enough to suggest that this arc is dark.
Yeah, and I like how they didn't really hold back when it came to like the violence, if that makes sense, because when we start that scene with the head captain, somebody just straight up gets decapitated, like immediately.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, wait, hey, it's crazy.
Yeah,
'Cause-
so immediately gets decapitated. His lieutenant, like the lieutenant appears by getting thrown into the room, like with like a giant like Quincy sword stabbed through him. Like it is no joke at all. Like oof, it is crazy. But such a good scene too. Like it's so like sudden, but like in such a like I don't know. It just gives you such a feeling of just like oh shoot, like, whoa my goodness. Like they are serious about this, and they are very serious. I think one of the coolest parts about the Quincy, well, I don't like them as much as like the Arankar or the Soul Reapers, is that like they're very like to the point type of people, and I think I like that a lot compared to some of these the other like factions or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah. What else happened? What else happened? Yeah, nothing. Yeah, again, so the dichotomy between those two is that there's definitely something going on with the Bankais right now. I'm not gonna say, just in case people are watching this and they're just like, oh, let me hear the episode 1 review. But we're getting hints of something going on with the Quincy and Bankai. This guy tries to steal Ichigo's Bankai, but he can't because Ichigo gets out of it because he's the main character and he's cool. Um, yeah, I know you had a theory about that, but that might be that might be a little spoilerific right now.
No, I'm not supposed to know that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to know that, but yeah, Ichigo gets out of that, and then we don't get to hear the rest of what the lieutenant has to say because I did think the scene cuts away from it, and then we go straight to I think it's called Wander, right? Whatever. It's the base of the Quincy's, and then we get to see the man himself, the myth, the legend. After 900 years, 90 years, 9 years, and then 9 days, you'll watch himself.
Wobback.
Yeah, I remember that name. So it's interesting that like okay, so in the manga, obviously, this place was completely dark, but it looks like they have like a blue hue to everything. I I kind of like it. I think it's cool.
I mean, the whole concept is blue with the,
Mm-hmm.
Quincy's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, Blue, to mention this real quick. So when Ichigo appears, some people might notice something. So when he uses Getsuga Tensho, when he's not in Bankai form, it's yellow, and people might be like, "Wait, why is it yellow? Isn't Getsuga Tensho supposed to be blue?" No, actually, in the original manga, when it finally got the colored version, Ichigo's aura and Getsuga Tensho when he's not in Bankai is actually golden, and it was always supposed to be golden, but I think the anime came out before that got colorized, so it just always stayed blue. And you kind of see why now because like that light blue kind of color is kind of like the Quincy color. It's like the color for all their attacks. Yeah, and Ichigo's stuff is all golden, so it's nice that we get to finally see Ichigo's correct Getsuga Tensho. It's kind of funny. We lived our years thinking, oh, it's blue this whole time. It's like, nah, it's yellow. It's golden.
And I guess not to turn this into a Bleach review, and we're not totally on mark, but like, um, this really just go to show that Kubo just knew what he wanted to do from the get go.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's just really cool that
Hmm.
there's just all the it's like again it goes into other stuff that that's a whole different video of its own.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no, no. Actually, talking about that too, like real quick. And this is relevant to this. This season in particular, Kubo has worked. He said he worked the most closely with this season than any other season. And I think that's one sign of that, of him probably being just like, Ichigo's aura and Getsuga Tensho is supposed to be yellow when he's not in Bankai. I mean, yeah, that pretty much that pretty much wraps up the episode. I think it's a really good episode 1. I feel like it introduces a lot of characters, like it introduces them back in a good way, but it doesn't have that problem of just like what's that one anime of oh yeah, whenever My Hero comes back for its season 1 episode, it's always just like here's the episode where we reintroduce every single person and shows you what they all do. Like it kind of had that, but it was a lot more snappier with it, and then they also included plot and everything as well in a really good way. So I feel like it was a really good episode 1.
Yeah, all they gotta do is just be like they say their thing, they do their cool thing, and you go Uryu Yoshida, or like Ichigo Kurosaki. Like you don't gotta be like give me what's a character in My Hero? Invisible girl. Her quirk is to be invisible. It's like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. We
yes,
can see
yes.
that. Yeah, we don't need to say it. You just see it. Yeah.
Shoto Todoroki, hot and cold. It's like, okay, man, you watched this for like 5 seasons. I get it.
Right. Like you don't need to say all that. You can just show. Like they don't need to tell us, "Oh, here's Uryu. He's a Quincy. He uses a bow and a thing." It's just like, no, we can just see that. We can just see it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's definitely just good. That
Mm-hmm.
they listen. They know what we want. This isn't like one of those long running like, oh man, seasons on seasons on seasons. It's like, yo, we are here for 1,000 Year Blood War arc. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, so that too. I actually don't. So obviously it's gonna be a weekly thing. I don't know how long this is gonna go on for. I heard one source that's gonna be like in 3 or 4 batches, and it would take a break in between those batches. So I don't know. I have a
Oh
feeling I know
no.
where this season, I'm gonna call it, is gonna end, and then they're gonna come back to it maybe in like a couple months or a couple weeks. I don't know. Um, that'll be interesting when that happens.
No, I hope we don't get like, oh man, Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War arc, final part.
Yeah,
Final
and
part 2.
yeah, no, no, I think it'll just be like going on break and then it's coming back with the next episode. I think that's all they're gonna do. Yeah. That's pretty much wraps it up for the episode. We do get to hear the ending theme. At first, I thought I was confused if it was the opening or ending theme. Um, I don't know what the name of the song is, but it's a good song. It kind of has this very much like, hey, you guys remember Bleach? Like, there's a bunch of flashback scenes. The song's pretty good in the background. It's going through all the major moments of like Bleach, all the different arcs and stuff like that. Yeah, really good. I had like crazy nostalgia vibes during it.
Mm-hmm. It was really great.
Mm-hmm. But I was confused if it was the opening or not. In my opinion, a little bit of a shame. I don't like the concept of them just being like, oh yeah, episode 1 never has the opening, because I want to see the opening. Is that a crime?
Yeah, opening hypes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know.
Yeah, but it was pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot. Especially it's funny kind of seeing that old animation. After seeing this new animation, it still holds up. I feel like some of these older stuff.
Some of them,
Yeah.
but definitely compared to the new stuff. Oh, not hold a candle.
You were just this looks really good.
Like the season 1 stuff is definitely the only thing that just like you feel like, yeah, we've come a long way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I'm really hyped to see the new opening. I don't know if it's been released. I don't know anything about it, but I'm really hyped to see it. One thing I'm a little bit disappointed by, and like I guess I understand why they don't do it because it is such a very extra thing. But like the nostalgia in me wants it. I really do miss the Shinigami illustrated. What is it? The illustrated Guide to Soul Reapers. Like, it was that little funny thing at the end of every episode. I don't know. I gotta miss them. They were nice.
Well, I mean, I guess it was a different goal back then.
Nah, sure, that's true. Because we could have had like a Quincy guy talking about all the Quincy's or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is the serious arc.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like they want this to be the serious arc. But, yeah, pretty good though. Yeah. Overall though, I'm really happy to see Bleach back. I think it was a fantastic episode. The art looks really good. Oh, we didn't talk about the music. The music sounds great. It seems like they all have those background compositions, those themes, like all those good themes that we know. I didn't hear treachery or invasion, but I'm sure they're gonna pop up I hope they pop up somewhere. Like, it's gonna be a crime if they don't. Gotta find people if they don't. But that was really good hearing those themes again. Obviously, number one, the remix was really good. It looks like they're doing this arc justice. Again, Kubo's working with them, so I think it's gonna be really good. Just having Bleach back again is really good. I never thought I'd see the day where Thousand Year Blood War arc got animated, and here it is. And I'm really, really excited for it. And I really hope one last thing when it comes to like predictions or whatever. I really hope we can get bonus stuff because if people didn't know, the ending of Bleach, the ending of this arc was very rushed. So I hope we get some bonus stuff. I think that'd be really, really awesome of certain fights getting extended or certain scenes that we never saw in the manga. I think that'd be really cool.
I mean, to speak on that, because I do feel like there's a lot of that already, because you said there's like things that you don't really remember happening in the manga that happened.
That's true, yeah.
And so there might be.
Yeah, but final thoughts from you? Those are my final thoughts. It's good.
Final thoughts is I hope that this leads into more Bleach afterwards. For those who know, they know. If you don't know, then you'll find out. And that's all I got to say on that one.
Yeah, they are doing a new arc for manga. I mean, we could just say that. Yeah.
I mean, or maybe I'm talking about the other project. You don't know. But
Okay.
Or the spiritual successor that we want. I'm joking. Anyway,
I was like, let's go with Brenda Witch.
No, I was talking about the other thing. But anyway,
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. New episode of Bleach is cool. Yeah, if you guys watch this video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, all that cool stuff. Tell me what you guys thought about the episode. I'm really happy to see Bleach back again. Hopefully we'll do this every single Monday when a new episode come out. Bleach Mondays, you know? That's a thing now, is we can have Bleach Mondays.
You don't get the ring like JoJo Fridays. But,
I mean, JoJo Fridays aren't a thing anymore either.
it's JoJo whenever day.
Yeah, JoJo when you feel like watching the episode day. Yeah. That is it from me, guys. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and peace out.